our backs. So if you want to come on down to your mat, start out with your legs long today. Coming down to that Shavasana posture, let the palms of the hands come open to the ceiling. Allow your feet to be heavy. Just begin to check in with your physical body. Noting how you feel this morning, here at the start of your day, start of our practice. Maybe soften your jaw a bit, taking it side to side, any tension held in the face. Allowing your brow bone to soften a bit. Begin to focus in on your breath. Noticing your inhale and your exhale. Beginning to deepen your breath a bit. Taking that full deep inhale. Allow your exhale to sigh out heavy. A couple more like this. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left thigh, allowing that right knee to fall open to the side. Coming to reclined tree pose here. Allowing that right hip to fall open. Breathing in here. Breathing into any resistance in the hip and allowing your exhale to release you deeper into this opening stretch. Slide the backs of the hands up the floor. Bring your arms to cactus arms. Allowing your body to release any tension you find here. On your next exhale, drop your gaze over to the left. Next inhale, bring your gaze back to center. Inhale and bring the right knee up towards the ceiling, right foot on the mat. Exhale and hug that right knee in towards the right armpit. Let your left hand take the right knee, right arm off to your side. Exhale and bring the knee across the body, coming into the twist. On an exhale, drop your gaze down the right arm. Next inhale, bring the knee back up, coming back to center. Hug the knee in nice and tight here. Roll the ankle out. One way to start and then the opposite. On an exhale, release that right foot to the mat. Switching sides here, extend the right leg on the floor. Slide your left foot up to your right thigh, coming into reclined tree. Arms on the floor, palms of the hands turned open to the sky once again. Come back to your focus on your breathing. Allowing that hip to begin to open here. Next, inhale, slide the backs of the hands up the floor, coming to cactus arms. Breathing into any places of resistance in your body. Next, exhale, allow your gaze to drop right. Inhale your gaze back up to center. Following inhale, bring the left knee up, left foot on the mat. Exhale, hug the left knee in towards the left armpit. Allow your right hand to take the left knee, left arm out to your side. Exhale, bring the knee across the body into your twists. Exhale, let your gaze go down your left arm. Next, inhale, coming back up to center. Hugging that left knee in tight. Take those ankle rolls. One way to start. And then the opposite. Bring back to stillness. Release that foot to the floor. Bring the right knee up to meet it. On an exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Rock yourself side to side here. Let your head be heavy and roll with your body. Bring yourself to neutral. Reach for your feet or the backs of your thighs. Bring yourself to happy baby. Rocking yourself side to side here. Back at a neutral spine. Hold on to your right foot. Inhale, left foot to the ceiling, left hand to your mat. Exhale, take that slow drop of the left heel to the floor, coming to half happy baby. Continuing to open the hips a bit here. Next inhale, lifting that left leg back to the sky. Find your full happy baby, rock side to side. Coming back to center, holding on to the left foot this time. Inhale, right leg high, right hand to the mat. Exhale, take that slow drop of the right heel to the floor. Finding half happy baby on this opposite side. Next inhale, lifting that right leg to the ceiling. Full happy baby, rock yourself side to side for a moment. Bring yourself to center, hug the knees back into your chest here. Keeping the knees tucked in towards the chest, bring the palms of your hands to your mat. Alternatively, if you know you have low back issues, you can take the hands below your hips here, just to give a little bit of extra support to the body. We're going to begin some core work here on the floor. On your next inhale, let your legs extend to the ceiling. Exhale, slow drop towards the mat. Hover just above the mat. Take your inhale. Exhale, knees come in towards the chest. Inhale, feet up. Exhale, slow drop. Inhale to pause. Exhale to the chest. Taking this 3 more times with your breath. Nice and slow here. Last one. Hug the knees in, take that rocking side to side. Come to a neutral spine. On an exhale, chin to chest, full body hug here. Releasing that low back by taking this stretch through the spine. Next exhale, head back to the floor. Arms back to the floor, hands to the mat, or tucked underneath those hips again. On an inhale, legs to the ceiling. Hold. Exhale, bring the feet wide into a V. Now, if you need, you can take your hands and support your outer thighs. Next, exhale, bring the feet back up. Exhale, knees to the chest. Begin to rock and roll front to back. Taking that full extension of your spine here. Hips to shoulders. Rolling yourself up to a seated position. Settling in here at seated. Coming up nice and tall through your spine. Bring your right hand behind, left hand to the right knee. Inhale tall, exhale, find your twist. Inhale brings you back through center, left hand back, right hand over. Inhale tall, exhale twisting. Inhaling back to center, take some cat-cow here for a moment. Back to a neutral spine. Right hand to the floor. Inhale the left arm high. Exhale over towards your right. Take your gaze up. Rooting that left hip to the mat here. Next, inhale, bring yourself to center. Exhale that left arm to the floor. Right arm reaches high. Exhale towards your left, taking the gaze up. Right hip rooted to the mat. Inhale up, exhale the arm down. On your next inhale, let your arms sweep high. Exhale, take a forward fold across your lap. Hang heavy here for a moment. Allowing your exhales to drop you a bit deeper in this fold if your body is willing. On an inhale, allow your hands to walk you back up to seated. Switch the cross of your legs. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, take that fold once more. Next, inhale, lift your hands, walk you up. Bring your legs out long in front of you to staff pose here. Nice and tall through your upper body. On an inhale, allow your arms to sweep up. On an exhale, hinge forward at your hips, find a fold. Allow your hands to fall wherever they may fall. You can take a subtle bend to your knees here if you would like. Next inhale, bring yourself back up. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. Center your body over the left leg here. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, take that forward fold over the left leg. Next inhale, rising up. Changing sides, right leg extends, left foot to the right thigh. Nice and tall through your spine. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take your fold. Next inhale, rising up. Bring both feet to meet. Coming into bound angle, knees fall open wide. Can interlace your hands around your feet here. Rock across your hips if you need to settle in. Coming up nice and tall from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Nice long spine here. Deep intentional breaths through the body. And on an exhale, if you'd like, you can take a subtle fold forward, slightly pressing the elbows to the calves. Mindful of the opening in the hips here. Next, inhale, lift yourself up. Bring your knees up. Come out onto the heels of your feet. Let your hands go back behind you to support. And rock your knees side to side, rocking across your heels here. So toes are up. We're just on the heels of our feet. Rocking out the hips a bit. Coming back to neutral, you're going to find your way to tabletop, hands and knees. Settling in at your tabletop. Checking that your wrists are directly below your shoulders, fingers spread wide, knees below your hips here. On an exhale, turn your gaze back towards your right heel. Inhale to center, exhale left. Taking this side to side with your breath today. One more to each side. Coming back to neutral, right hand over in front of your left. On an exhale, let your hips drop back towards that right heel. Allow your head to be heavy. Taking this variation on child's pose. Next inhale brings you up to table. Take your left hand in front of your right. Exhale, allow the hips to drop towards your left heel. Head heavy, taking this side opening stretch here as well. Next inhale, lifting up to table. Drop down to your forearms. Bring the palms of your hands to meet in prayer position. Begin to walk your elbows away from one another, dropping your forehead towards the mat. Coming down to melting heart. Next, inhale, bringing yourself back up to table. On an exhale, roll yourself to cat and hold your cat pose. Pushing up through the shoulders, taking that counter pose to that opening of the heart. Come back to a neutral spine. On an inhale, let your right arm reach high to your twist. On an exhale, thread that right arm under your left, coming down to thread the needle. With your left hand, you can either extend it forward, taking the arm long. You can lift it high to the ceiling. And from there, if you'd like, you can bend the elbow, dropping the hand back behind the body. Take whichever variation feels right for you this morning. Next, inhale, bringing that hand back to the mat. Lift yourself back up to table. Inhale, left arm reaches high, finding your twist. Next, exhale, thread that left arm under your right, dropping down to the side. Right hand can stay where it is or extend forward or lift the ceiling, dropping the hand behind the back if you choose. Next, inhale, bringing that left hand back to the mat. Lift yourself to table. Take some cat-cow. Back to a neutral spine. Lift up onto your knees, coming to kneeling. And here at kneeling, you can curl the toes under. We're going to take swimming camel pose here. So settling in, if you need to place a blanket or fold your mat to give your knees a bit extra support. Adding what you need here for this. On your next inhale, let your right arm sweep up. Exhale, the hand comes back towards the heel. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, sweeping to the left heel. Taking this side to side with your breath here. One more to each side. Coming back to neutral. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, let them both sweep back to the heels. Press forward through your hips, finding camel pose here. Pressing the pelvis forward, length through the front body. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, find your tabletop. Take some cat-cow. From here, we're going to take a subtle flow between two postures. So staying on your knees for this, walk your hands just slightly forward, like you would for a push-up on your knees. So from here, you're going to exhale into your push-up. I'm apparently going to fall over. So taking your push-up, inhale up. Shift yourself back to child's pose. Inhale to table. Exhale, take that subtle push-up. Inhale up. Exhale, child's. Going through these three places here. One more through. Pause in that final child's pose. On your next inhale, let your hands walk you over to the right, taking that side stretch here in child's. Next inhale is going to walk you through center, taking you to the left this time. Next inhale, hands walk you over to the center. Inhale and rise to table. Exhale, drop yourself down to the floor. Bring your arms to cactus arms. Take your gaze over to the left. Breathing deeply here. Allow your belly to press to the mat on your inhales. Slide that left thigh up the mat, coming to half frog. Allowing that hip to fall open to the floor. Press into the palm of your left hand, lifting your upper body. Thread your right arm under your left. On an inhale, let that left arm sweep up and over, coming into your twist here. On an inhale, bring yourself back over. Bring yourself to center. Take the fingertips off the mat, elbows in alignment with your shoulders. Bring your feet wide to the sides of your mat. Shoelace side of the foot is pressing down to protect the kneecap. On your next inhale, rise up to swimming cobra. Exhale, rolling down. Taking this with your breath. One more. Dropping yourself back to the mat. Arms come to cactus. Take your gaze right. Slide that right thigh up the mat. Coming into your half frog. Breathing deeply. Press into the palm of your right hand, lifting up. Thread the left arm under the right. Inhale, right arm comes up and over. Coming into your twist on this side. Next, inhale, just flip yourself onto your back on your mat. Knee is bent. Feet on the mat here. Take your right ankle to your left knee. On an exhale, let that left knee drop to the floor, taking that right foot with it. You can bring the arms out into the T if you'd like, or just take the hands to that hip. Next, inhale, lifting that knee up. Interlace the hands below the left thigh, pulling the knees towards the body here. Taking reclined pigeon pose. Exhale, drop the foot to the mat. Release the cross, taking the cross the opposite side, left ankle to that right knee. On an exhale, let that knee drop to the right, left foot coming down to the floor. Breathing here in your twist. Next, inhale, bringing the right knee up. Interlace the hands below the right thigh, pulling the knees towards the body. Exhale, release that right foot to the mat, left foot to the mat. On an exhale, hug the knees into the chest, rock yourself side to side here. Bringing yourself to a neutral spine. Find your happy baby once again. Take that rocking to your mid-spine here. Returning to neutral, knees hug back in your chest. Exhale, chin to chest, full body hug, squeezing in your practice. Soften your shoulders towards the floor a bit. Next, exhale, let your head drop softly to the mat. Allow your feet to follow, coming down to the mat. Take your legs out long, finding your Shavasana. Your feet fall away from one another, palms of the hands open to the sky. Settling onto your mat here. Taking a full body scan once again. Checking in with the physical body. Noting how you feel here at the end of your practice. Compared to how you felt when we first began. Allowing any remaining activity to settle or drain away. Part your lips and release your jaw. Allow your eyes to rest a bit deeper. Take 3 heavy sighing breaths here. 1 to release what was. 1 to release what is. and 1 to release what may be. Allowing yourself time to simply be heavy in your body, peaceful in your mind, soft in your breath here. On your next inhale, allow your breath to become deep and intentional once more. Reawakening your body with your breathing. Wiggle out your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrist and your ankle. Gently roll yourself to the right side of your body. Pausing here in this state of transition, space in between, to set an intention for the remainder of your day ahead. How would you like to feel at the end of your day? Bring yourself up to seated, hands at heart center. Three deep breaths here, together in community, across the mile.